Welcome to The Explainer. So today, we're going to talk about AI, but maybe not the world-changing kind you're thinking of. No, we're talking about the AI that's quietly jacking up the price on every new piece of tech you buy. Is it a real revolution in your hardware, or is it just a sticker on the box? Let's dig in and find out. Okay, let's just dive right into it. I mean, you've seen it, right? It's 2026, and everything is AI-powered. Your mouse, your monitor, they're all promising to be these super smart gadgets. But here's the real question. Is any of it actually real? Or is this just the oldest marketing trick in the book? With a fancy new tech buzzword slapped on it. And this? Well, this is why you should care. 43%. That's the average price increase for hardware that has that little AI label. We're talking about a hefty AI tax for stuff that, let's be honest, often seems identical to the cheaper version without the label. So what in the world are we actually paying for here? That's what we're going to figure out today. All right, so first things first, let's pull back the curtain on this whole thing. To really get what's happening, you have to know what to call it. There's a name for this billion-dollar marketing trick. It's called AI washing. So, what is AI washing? Well, think of it like this. It's when a company slops the term AI on a product to make it sound way more futuristic and advanced than it actually is. And a lot of the time, these AI features are, well, they're not intelligent at all. They're just simple automations or basic algorithms that have been around for years, just given a shiny new name. And just to show you how big of a deal this is, get this. A recent analysis found that a whopping 78% of products claiming to be AI-powered have absolutely no real AI processing hardware inside them. 78%. That's just wild. But you know what? This isn't some brand new trick. It's just the latest version of an old marketing playbook. Remember in the 2010s with greenwashing? Suddenly everything was eco-friendly. Then came 2017, and every piece of software was magically built on the blockchain. Well, now it's AI's turn to be the buzzword of the decade. Okay, so let's put on our detective hats and start digging into the evidence case by case. We're going to perform a little hardware autopsy on some of the most common offenders out there. And we're starting with something pretty much all of us have on our desk, the AI mouse. Okay, case file number 1, the AI mouse. You've seen the claims, right? AI-powered precision tracking, AI motion prediction. It sounds amazing, like the mouse is some kind of mind reader predicting your every move. But what's really going on inside? So let's look at what's really inside these things. That AI-powered precision from Razer, it's just a standard optical sensor. Nothing new there. Logitech's AI motion prediction, that's a classic algorithm, not actual machine learning. And that AI liftoff detection from SteelSeries, come on, that's just a standard sensor with a simple setting. The verdict is pretty clear across the board. It's just old tech with a new fancy label. So the bottom line for the mouse is this. You're not paying a premium for a tiny genius living in your mouse. No, you're paying for a sticker on the box. The AI is just marketing. All right, let's move on to the next suspect on the table, the smart keyboard. Here we see claims like AI macro learning or AI noise cancellation. So are we going to find something real this time, or is it just more of the same? Well, for the most part, it's the same story. That AI macro learning, it's the same simple record and playback feature we've had forever. AI noise cancellation, that's just a filter in the software driver. It's not even in the keyboard. But wait, look at that last one, the AI Copilot key. Now this is actually honest. It's not claiming the AI is in the keyboard, it's just a button, a shortcut to an AI that's in the cloud. Now that's being upfront about it. Okay, our final piece of hardware on the dissection table, the AI monitor. And this is where things get, well, a little more interesting and maybe a little more complicated. And we found one, a real one. Samsung's AI upscaling on their OLEDs, that's legit. It uses a dedicated processor with a real machine learning model to make the picture look better. That's the real deal. But then you look at the others. LG's AI brightness optimizer is just a standard light sensor. And MSI's AI enhanced gaming mode, that's just a fancy name for preset color profiles. So yeah, one real example hiding among the fakes. So after sorting through all the fakes, we finally have a clue about what real AI hardware looks like. Now it's time to talk about the hero of this story. The one place where AI hardware is not only real, but it's becoming the main event. So here it is, the key to everything. Real AI running on your device needs a special piece of hardware. Your regular CPU or even your fancy gaming GPU, they're not built for it.
What you need is something called an NPU, a neural processing unit. Think of it as a dedicated brain for AI, and its power is measured in something called TOPS, which stands for trillions of operations per second. This is the engine that makes real AI possible.
And this table just lays it all out, plain and simple. The new chips from Qualcomm, Intel, AMD, Apple, they all have these powerful NPUs, hitting over 40, even 50 tops. That's the real deal. But then, look at the bottom. A top-tier Intel chip from just a little while ago. NPU? Nope. Tops? Zero. So if someone tries to sell you a PC with that chip and calls it an AI PC, that is 100% AI washing. No question about it. So okay, now you know the secret. You know how to spot the difference between a real AI engine and just a marketing sticker. But how do you actually use this information to not get fooled? Well, here is your AI-proof buyer's guide. So before you buy anything with AI on the box, I want you to ask these 7 questions. Seriously, run through this list. Number 1, and this is the big one, does it have a dedicated NPU? And do they tell you the tops? If not, red flag. Is the AI actually in the hardware, or is it just some software add-on? Do they even mention a specific machine learning model? Arm yourself with these questions, and you'll be able to spot the fakes from a mile away. Okay, so let's wrap this all up. Here's the final verdict. Mice and keyboards? Forget about it. Any hardware AI claims are basically a myth right now. Don't pay extra. Monitors? The only thing that's real is AI upscaling from a dedicated processor. For actual AI PCs, it's all about that NPU with 40+ tops. And here's the golden rule, the most important takeaway. If you can't see or feel a real measurable difference, the AI isn't really there. So in the end, it really all comes down to this. Knowledge is your best defense. The marketing hype isn't going away, but now you know the secret. Now you know what to look for. You can tell the difference between a real revolution in hardware and, just a fancy sticker. And hopefully that makes the choice of where you spend your hard-earned money a whole lot clearer.